If you've been watching the housing market intently, then you know that there is change all over the place. And you're probably trying to figure out, when's the best time for you to buy? When's the best time for you to sell? When's the best time for you to invest? And so I want to talk a little bit about this briefly. And I want to talk a little bit more about mindset and some of the pitfalls and some of the mistakes that you might make that I really hope you don't. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Conor J. I'm a realtor here in Tampa Bay. And I have conversations all day, all the time with people who are on one end of the spectrum or the other, whether it comes to being very bullish, where it comes to being very bearish, very worried, very confident. And so I want to talk just a little bit about mindset. I want to talk a little bit about perspective and some of the things that you need to be thinking about and make sure you don't fall into these pitfalls when it comes to your real estate journey. So the first thing I want to talk about is affordability. Now, I wish this wasn't true, but my prediction is that over time, we are going to have a greater and greater renting class. And what I mean by renting class is more people are going to be renting, proportionally speaking, than before, which means less people are owning, more people are renting. And then so those people who aren't owning and now they're renting instead, they're basically going to be renting from someone. And that someone, I believe, is going to be corporations and it's going to be Wall Street. So if you kind of imagine that there's this upwards curve, that's slowly going up and up. And as the curve goes up, the challenge is for people to rise above it so that they're not drowning below it. And the thing that I don't think people are fully realizing in terms of a possible reality of the entire real estate market and all of the market forces and where things are headed is that from an affordability standpoint, things don't need to come down to where you can afford it as long as someone else can. And if that someone else is Wall Street and their money is best placed in this real estate investment, well then they're going to buy it because it's just based on the numbers and they're going to rent it to you. And because they can pay more than you can pay and they have more money than you, well then they're going to be the owner and you're going to be the renter. And so mindset wise, what I want you to focus on is do not lose agency over your future. And what I mean by agency is control. Instead of relying on the market to, let's say, hit 2012 levels in price in order for you to buy the home that you want, focus on how can you change your circumstances to make more money, to get a promotion, to start a side hustle that could maybe grow into a bigger thing. Or if you already have a business, how can you expand it? How can you expand your service of business or the technology that you have in your business to be more effective, to bring more customers? So that way you regain control, and if the market continues to creep up, if affordability never gets down to where you need it to be right now, you can increase your standing so you can afford one of those homes and you won't be one of those people that is kind of stuck per se in that renting class. Do not let yourself be intoxicated by negativity, because negativity, when it comes to negative news or fear mongering, is a lot more attractive statistically in surveys speaking than positive news or positive predictions per se. That's why obviously headlines are majority negative, because that's what attracts people. So make sure you're being honest with yourself and not just believing what is convenient to your truth. Now I want to keep this one short because I'd love to hear your thoughts below. So shoot a comment below, let me know what you think of this concept. And let me know where your mindset's at, where you feel like you are right now, what your plan is, what your goals are, and how you're going to handle this next year, these next few years in real estate. I'd love to see how you plan to take control of your circumstances and make sure that regardless of what happens, you're gonna be set up for what you wanna achieve. And as always, if you liked this video, if you found it helpful, you found it insightful, go ahead, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. Those mean a lot to me, and it shows me as well as YouTube that this is content that I should be making more of, that it's helpful, and it also helps other people see it. So that's it for me today, y'all. Until next time, this is Conor J. Have a blessed day.